So based on the recent update, there are some mistakes you can make with the workshop building slate, so I do want to highlight that in this video. So let's quickly hop into the patch notes right over here. But first, I do want to shout out Zero the Weirdo. He must have sent me those images. I don't know what's going on, clearly based on their name. They were the first comment in our last video, so a shout out to you. And enjoy your very exclusive Discord role. So jumping back to the patch notes here, there are some amazing changes being applied. And again, I have this virus on my computer that pops in those images whenever I try to do a video, so just ignore those. But we do have some changes being applied, and these are honestly amazing changes. As you see, the drop table for the workshop building slate is being changed dramatically. We are getting drop increases from 1 to 4 in the easy mode, 1 to 4, 2 to 5. These are honestly big changes. If you saw my previous video, I did recommend that everyone skip easy mode and just do normal mode, even if it's on the first entrance floor, because if you were able to do the entrance on normal mode, it was basically the same reward loadout as doing the full easy mode, and some people could do the entrance on floor 25 instead of beating floor 50 on the easy mode. So that's why I recommended just do these 2 floors in the beginning. That way you get 8 artifacts instead of 4. That was much better value. But now the devs probably did realize that their previous drop table was not good. Now it's honestly much better. So we're going from 1 drop to 4 on easy mode entrance, 1 to 4 on floor 25, and 2 to 5 on floor 50. So that is around 13 artifacts total. Very good in my opinion. But now what's really interesting is normal mode. We're getting a 2 increase to the entrance, a 2 increase to floor 25, and a 3 increase to floor 50, and a 2 increase to the hunter version. So these are honestly much better. And on top of that, we can now get legendary artifacts. Yes, you heard me right. So now the tip I mentioned earlier is actually even better than before, because not only do you get more artifacts, you also get the legendary versions, which is a substantial difference. So if you're able to complete easy mode fully, you should technically be able to do normal mode up to floor 25. That'll grant you 12 artifacts, which is just 1 less than easy mode by doing 2 floors. But also, you can get legendary artifacts. They are obtainable. That means this is the most efficient route. I think even if you can't do floor 25 on normal mode, you should still probably just do normal mode and do the entrance, because 6 artifacts, with some of them being legendary, is much better in my opinion than just getting the normal epic artifacts. Again, I'm just mentioning what I would do since these invitations are so rare, meaning the legendary artifacts are just as rare as well. And one more thing I do want to point out is if we look at the patch schedule, this happens basically 10 minutes before reset, as in the completion time. That means you could technically, let me hop into my game, save one of your passes and just do a run just before reset if you really want to min-max things. Again, up to you. But one thing you should definitely do is in the shop, do not purchase the invitation just yet. If we go right over here, where is it? My brain is mush. Oh, there we go. It's in the event tab. My bad there. This right here. No, this one right here. Keep misclicking. The exchange shop. If we go here, we can purchase invitations, and it does reset every, week or so. So do not purchase these just yet. Wait until the patch goes into effect. That way you get the absolute most value. It is still around 12 hours for the reset. I know a lot of people do squeeze in the runs then, so I just want to make notice of this. Wait until the update comes into effect before purchasing these, otherwise you do have to wait around 5-ish days to purchase them again. A very rare resource you do not want to waste. But yeah, that is kind of like a min-max method, though if you want to be super efficient you can wait. So 10 minutes for a reset, the dungeon still isn't reset, so you could save one of these right before reset, that being when the maintenance does end. So you can hop in, do your run, get those legendary artifacts instead, because previously I believe you could only get them on floor 50, and this floor is not easy to do, especially on normal mode. So the fact that we can get it on the entrance and floor 25 is so much better. Thank you devs for that. So now we do have more options for them, because a lot of us would honestly not be able to finish this, so we'd be stuck with those epic artifacts for so long. So the best way to do this is hop into the entrance, do it of course, then do this, get the bonuses, do floor 25, and if that's all you can do, just go into a new run, reset the one you're on right now, claim your legendary artifacts, and I can tell you right now, if you manage to get a full set, you should be able to eventually do floor 50, because they are just so OP. Once you get them to plus 20, the stat bonuses, if they're solid substats, will give you a very large damage boost. I would not be surprised if when we get these sets completed, everyone can do floor 50 relatively easily. Of course, not everyone if you're free to play. This is obviously not easy to do, though free to play could technically do floor 25, especially those of you from the early access. You'd have more resources, but if you started the game on launch, you might have some difficulties. The entrance is definitely doable, but floor 25 is very hard, though I believe they did adjust the difficulty. Let me hop back into the notes here. So if we scroll down, I don't think any changes were applying there, but we do have some other changes. Let me quickly run over those. But yeah, overall, solid changes here. Normal mode is actually very rewarding, so if you can even do the entrance, I recommend doing that. I want to see what people say in the comments. Do you think this is a good idea to just get those legendary artifacts when you can? You do technically have 6 chances to get them. They are obtainable. It doesn't mean all these 6 will be legendary, but still I think it's a good option. Compared to just getting a bunch of epics, probably not ideal, but again, let me know what you think. I'm very curious what everyone's thoughts are. But going down, we have story mode adjustments. Interesting. Decrease the attack and HP of all bosses appearing in normal story chapters from Sunjinu level 1 to 34. Okay, that's pretty good. Also, this is a good change. Decrease the recommended combat power for certain boss stages in normal mode, making them easier, because the lower the requirement is, the more damage you technically can get in, so that's good. And also, it does look like they're removing the battle obstacle elements within the dungeon from chapter 11 to 15. Fall difficulties will either decrease, or be removed. That's good. So I like these changes, and auto battle will be unlocked after clearing chapter 2. That's decent. Though auto battle isn't really that good. I hardly use it, though I do use it for instance dungeons and encore missions, just because the auto battle mode can clear them easily for me in under 30 seconds, because we're just overpowered right now for those tiers. Tier 10 is very easy once you are pay to win. But I digress. They also ease the clearing conditions for battle missions. That's good in certain story chapters. Some of them were just too long and pointless in my opinion, so that's a good change. But this is one I do like right here. Increase the drop rate of artifact enhancement chips when clearing normal gates. That's really good. Though that means the blue gates, I'm assuming, not gold, not purple or red. Well, that's fine. If you do need chips, this is probably a good way to do them, because blue gates previously, well, they're not necessarily good, so this change could make them potentially meta, or at least throwing them in our routine. I will have an updated gates video coming out, covering gate efficiency, so do stay tuned for that. And also, speaking of artifact chips, they are being added to the instance dungeon, encore missions, reward list. That's really good. And they increase the rate of legendary artifacts. Not too necessary, I guess. Well, that's good. Because of the workshop building delay, it's not necessarily as needed getting legendary artifacts. But this is a good change for free to play, especially those of you not on tier 10 for a while now. This will definitely help you out. So a solid free to play change. We have a lot of free to play changes coming in. Netmarble, thank you. Although they don't necessarily make you money, they are the majority of the player base, so keep them happy, keep them engaged. We do want everyone to have a good time, not just those of us who spend money. And going down, if you check my previous video, we do have the 50th day celebration coming out, and this event is crazy. It is jam-packed with events and rewards, so do check out my previous video. I do cover how to get that free SSR and 80 free summons, which is nuts. And it looks like they added in some bug changes, nothing important I do see here that you want to mention. So that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I am very pleased with the updates coming in. This was a solid adjustment by the devs. Even as someone who is pay to win, I felt that these drop tables needed to be changed, especially when we can only get in 3 times every week. So this was needed. I'm glad the devs listened to their player base. If you enjoyed, drop a like, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you have yet to support us, be sure to do so. We are currently ranked number 2. I feel like we're so close to that rank number 1 spot, so make sure you support us. That way we can show everyone how good our community is. This was Zaf signing out.